We're back with our MLB Best Bets here on the channel for July 21st. New week means new best bets. All right, we're going to be better today. Last 2 days weren't the best in the weekend, but we've got a whole new week to work with here. And of course, we've got our 5 best bets here for this Monday slate of MLB action. Most teams today playing Major League Baseball, so got a lot of options to choose from. And again, I found the best 5 bets for today's action. Now, before we get into the video, folks, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below for some more daily MLB best bets here on the channel. Yesterday, we posted our UFC Abu Dhabi predictions with Robert the Reaper Whitaker taking on Rainer de Ritter in the main event again from the Etihad Arena in Abu Dhabi. Make sure to go check out that video. That is linked in the description down below, and go subscribe to Greedo Plays MMA if you have not yet. Also, go subscribe to this channel as well, Greedo Plays MMA, and go leave a like as well for more daily MLB best bets. We got football season starting up really soon as well. Can't wait for that. Okay, on the first of our 5 best bets, kicking things off with one of the first games of the day. Our best player prop will be Jose Ramirez over 1.5 total bases at home against the Baltimore Orioles. So yesterday, our player prop did hit. We had Tarek Skubal in the over strikeouts. He well surpassed the mark we needed him to hit. He had, 11 or 12 strikeouts yesterday in the Tigers' victory on Sunday Night Baseball against the Rangers. Skubal didn't get the win, but it is what it is. Great victory for Detroit coming through. I'm today for our player prop going with Jose Ramirez over 1.5 total bases. A couple reasons for this. A, Jose Ramirez is great. Obviously, one of the best hitters in baseball for a reason. This is a guy who, consistently steps up to the plate, consistently puts together good ABs. Yesterday, in a 8-2 victory for the Guardians against the Athletics, J-Ram did go 0 so I expect him to be a lot better in this outing as well. Again, it's very rare that you see Jose Ramirez get held hitless in back-to-back games. So again, part of the reason we're taking Ramirez is, well, there's usually not bad matchups at all for Jose Ramirez. This is one of the best hitters in baseball, 295 average, 19 home runs in the season, OPS 882. Again, this is an elite bat in the sport, and obviously switch hitter. There's really no bad matchups for J-Ram, obviously, who's going to be batting from the left side of the plate today. On the flip side, Tomoyaki Sugano is pitching for Baltimore, a guy who is one of the most obvious examples of a pitch-to-contact pitcher in the MLB. I've never been sold on Sugano. I really haven't. He's got a 4.44 ERA this season. The 35-year-old rookie out of Japan has just been mid this year, and really, like a lot of pitch-to-contact guys. I don't know. Again, I'm not the biggest baseball purist, but I feel like pitch-to-contact guys, they can only take you so far. At least that's what I've been seeing over the last, 15 years watching baseball. I'm sure it worked back in the 70s. I don't know, when guys got themselves out. Regardless, though, Sugano, again, he just gives up way too many hits. And sure, again, Sugano, he benefits with a good defense behind him. And sure, again, some of that is luck. But teams have figured out Sugano. When he first came into the league, or at least when he came into the MLB, he was doing all right. First month in the league, 2.79 ERA. Month of May, though, 3.48. Again, progressively, it has just gotten worse every month for Sugano. 2.79 ERA in the month of April. 3.48 ERA in the month of May. 6.2 ERA in the month of June. So far in the month of July, sure, albeit 2 starts, 7.59 ERA. It's a progressive thing with him. He's gotten worse as he's continued on. And really, just look at his 2 starts so far in July, right? Both prior to the All-Star break in Texas against the Rangers. 4 2/3 innings, 10 hits, 6 runs. Gave up 2 home runs in that game. In Texas against the Rangers, a team that this year has struggled mightily at the plate. I mean, we saw it yesterday on Sunday Night Baseball. I understand, again, Tarek Skubal is the pitcher in that game, but still, the Rangers struggle so much at the plate, other than Corey Seager. Obviously, that was especially the case with Skubal. And then you look at Sugano's last start at home against the Mets. It goes 6 innings, gives up 4 hits and 3 runs, but again, there's just so much opportunity for a guy who, look at that Mets start, 2 strikeouts. There's always potential for guys to put the ball in play, and you give that opportunity to a hitter like Jose Ramirez, and he's going to take advantage of that, You cannot continue to allow that many balls in play and that many hard-hit balls in play. And I feel like the Guardians, who, again, struggle beyond their all-stars, and obviously beyond their best player in Jose Ramirez, they do struggle a lot. Ramirez is going to be their best former of offense today. I do believe, again, I love the matchup Sugano versus Ramirez just because Sugano does not do anything that's going to blow you away pitching-wise. He's going to leave balls that are very hittable because obviously that's his entire game. You give a guy like Ramirez who rarely, again, chases bad pitches, stays in the zone for the most part. There are going to be a lot of opportunities for J-Ram to take advantage of Sugano here, and I do believe Jose Ramirez is going to go over the 1.5 total bases mark here. It is at -110. J-Ram has the shortest odds to go and get these 2 bases in this entire game between the Orioles and the Guardians. I do like Ramirez a lot in this spot. I think, again, the easiest pathway for us is probably a double. 2 hits, again, definitely in play. Home runs definitely in play as well. The first game of that series between the Guardians and the A's in Cleveland, J-Ram went 2 for 3 with a double and a triple. So it's all to play for. In that series against the A's, right, he hit this mark 2 out of 3 games. Yesterday he was held hitless, but the Saturday game hit a home run in their 8-2 loss. So I'm more than fine here with Jose Ramirez clearing this mark. 1.5 total bases. Obviously, we need 2 against Tomoyoki Sugano. I'm just not blown away at all by what Sugano does. So give me J-Ram in this spot. Let's move on to our second best bet of the video. And yes, we are going to our first money line of the day, and I am going with the Pittsburgh Pirates. I understand they've won 1 game out of their last 10. I understand that Paul Skeens gets no run support. Guys, this is it for me with the Pittsburgh Pirates. If they cannot win today, and I know they're facing the best team in the American League record-wise in the Detroit Tigers. I'm going to tell you why the Tigers are not playing right now like the best team in the American League. That's probably the Toronto Blue Jays. Surprisingly, yes, they just came off that sweep against the Giants. Shout out to them for cashing for us yesterday. But anyways, if the Pirates are not able to win in this spot, they are banned for the rest of the season. Even when Skeens starts, we'll just only play Skeens strikeout props, okay? Pittsburgh has lost at least 9 out of their last 10. I think it's more at this point. I think it's like 13 of 14 they've lost. They're coming off a sweep at home against the Chicago White Sox. The team's abysmal. I understand. Okay. If they can't win in this spot, I don't know when they're going to ever win. I'm going to lay it all out for you right now. Okay? And I get it. It's the Tigers. But hear me out, guys. Hear me out. Paul Skeens is going for the Pirates. Obviously, again, this is the best pitcher in baseball. I am concerned that the Pittsburgh Pirates are going to screw Paul Skeens out of the Cy Young Award because they're not going to pitch him as many innings as he needs to go, and they're not going to get him run support for the baseball old heads who are voting, oh, Paul Skeens or Zach Wheeler. Well, Zach Wheeler plays in the Phillies. His team's good. They get him wins. No. Paul Skeens is the best pitcher in baseball. Scooball 2. I'm taking Paul Skeens over any pitcher in the sport, not just to build a franchise around for 1 game. I want Paul Skeens on the mound. There's a reason he's going to be pitching in the World Baseball Classic for Team USA when hopefully they go out there and actually beat Japan this time around. Skeens will be on the bump and not Merrill Kelly. Anyways, Skeens is a 2 ERA this season and a 4-8 record with a .93 whip. He's 9th in all of baseball in strikeouts. It is ridiculous. This team cannot go out there and get him wins. But if they can't win tonight with Skeens on the mound and taking on a Tigers team, and I'll get to we'll just say right now, the Tigers are struggling. I know they beat the Rangers yesterday. They almost sold that. They almost sold it. Matt Vierling with a huge hit up the middle in the top of the 8th over Chris Martin ended up winning the game for Detroit. Riley Green tried his hardest to ground into like 3 double plays in that baseball game, and the Tigers almost choked it. Obviously with Scooball pitching a gem on the mound for them. They ended up winning 2-1. They somewhat salvaged that series in Texas after dropping the first 2 games of the series. Obviously, they entered the All-Star break, dropping 4 in a row, losing the last game of their 3-game set with the Rays, and then getting swept at home against the Seattle Mariners. But this is a team that's not hitting the ball well at all right now, okay? In that entire series in Texas, they scored 3 runs. Lost 2-0 in the first game, 4-1 in the second game, 2-1 in the third game. Jacob Latz saw a lot of success yesterday against the Texas lineup. And I get it, the whole Rangers thing, this whole Tigers thing is we play platoon ball, we look at spots and we want to play the matchups. I don't care what matchups you're setting up against Paul Skeens. Skeens will probably dominate you. This game, though, is all up to, I don't even think it's up to Skeens, because I know what Skeens is going to do. On Skeens' worst night, other than the Milwaukee start and that Chicago start that wasn't great either, he's gonna, actually, out of the division, Paul Skeens is really, really good. I mean, he's still an elite pitcher in any spot that you put him in, but I think outside the division this year, Paul Skeens' ERA has to be like 1.3, if that. He just struggles in divisional starts. Cubs, Cardinals, Brewers are the teams that he really struggles against. Don't get me started on the Brewers. That team is going right now. It's crazy. Anyways, he's so good. I don't really concern myself on, are the Tigers going to score runs off of Skeens? Max, they're going to score 1. Look at Skeens' last 3 starts. They've pulled him after 5 innings every single time, and he's only exceeded 80 pitches in one of those starts. So I'm a little concerned here that they're only going to go 5 innings with Skeens. I'm going to contradict myself here, and this is why, again, I'm picking Pirates money line. I actually believe they're going to let Skeens go fairly deep in this baseball game. I think that they were kind of saving him for the All-Star game. Because, all right, if you're the Pittsburgh Pirates, right, you know you're not trading Skeens at this point. Your biggest thing you have to accomplish prior to the All-Star break is, okay, we need to get our superstar pitcher to be the All-Star game starter for the 2nd consecutive season, and he's only played 2 years, obviously, in the bigs. We need him to be the starter again. We cannot get him hurt at all. They get him there. Now your goal should be, all right, well, we're the Pittsburgh Pirates. We have the 2nd worst record in the National League. We have an even worse record than the Washington Nationals, okay? Even though the Nationals are supposed to be levels ahead of the Pirates in their rebuild, but it's okay. We're supposed to be, we suck. We're Pittsburgh. The only thing that can kind of salvage our year and put us back on the map somewhat, well, the only reason they're on the maps because of Skeens right now, but the only way we can get anything this year is if Paul Skeens wins the Cy Young. So I hope they do everything in their power to try to get that to be the case. Now, Jack Flaherty's pitching today. Come on now. Jack Flaherty, I guess if Montero's in the rotation, Flaherty's not their worst guy. And I get it, Flaherty's been a lot better. We talked about there was a moment in the 3rd inning where Flaherty kind of just flipped a switch back on July 2nd in D.C. against the Nationals. And he's been pretty serviceable ever since. I don't care. Flaherty, if there's ever a guy, I look at this Detroit lineup and say, this Detroit pitching staff, and I say, okay, Pittsburgh's got Skeens in the bump. Detroit, who do I want? Who do I want Skeens to face? It's Jack Flaherty. Just is. Flaherty's going to give up runs. He's a good pitcher, but he's going to give up runs. All I'm asking out of the Pittsburgh Pirates today, give Paul Skeens 2 runs of run support. If they can give him 2 runs, I think they're winning. I think Skeens is going to go 6 shutout innings. I think the bullpen's going to give up 1 run, and I just need the Pirates to score 2. So I don't know who that's going to be tonight. If that's Andrew McCutchen getting on and then someone else behind him. If that's O'Neal Cruz closing his eyes and lasering a ball in the right field. If that's Brian Reynolds coming through. If that's Spencer Horwitz. If that's IKF, I don't care. I beg of you, Pittsburgh, score 2 runs tonight. 2 runs. If they can score 2 like they did yesterday against the White Sox, I believe they're going to win. Raise that Jolly Rancher. Give me the Pittsburgh Pirates at home against the Detroit Tigers. Our next best bet of the video is our Washington Nationals best bet. I'm going Cincinnati Reds first 5 money line. That's at -130. You might be asking me, why are you going Reds first 5? Well, there's just better value on this. Okay. Full game money line's -145. I do believe the Reds are going to win the first 5. Obviously, if the game's tied after 5, we push. That's okay. I'm willing to take my chances. The Nats are just bad, okay? And here's the thing. This is where this does get a little tricky. The Nats just randomly will have one of their games where they play really well. I don't think that's tonight. Yesterday, I don't know. Yesterday made me sad watching that game. I wake up a little bit late to watch that. I get up, in the first inning, but I oversleep by about 10 minutes. I missed my alarm. I was like, oh crap, Nats are on. So I'm in bed and I turn on the game on my phone. I'm like, how the hell are the bases loaded? I watch a pitch. I see Machado hit that Bogarts at the grand slam. I'm not gonna lie, I went back to sleep. I hit snooze on my alarm and went back to sleep for another 35 minutes. I wake up and it's 6-0. I was like, okay. So I watched the rest of the game and obviously it sucks, but it's just like, I'm embarrassed to be a Washington Nationals fan. I hate being a Washington Nationals fan. Regardless, though, Nats lose yesterday to the Padres. I believe they're going to lose the Reds today. I just feel more confident about the first 5. And again, too, we get better odds if we play the first 5. Brady Singer and Jake Irvin are on the mound. 2 kind of comparable pitchers, not going to lie. Like, Jake Irvin kind of is on that Brady Singer level. I'd expect a lot of runs. But the thing is, okay, I think the Reds, I'm more confident in the Reds lineup coming through than the Nats lineup. James Wood, I know he got a hit yesterday for the first time in a while. He's ice cold. CJ's great. The rest of the lineup, it just sucks. Cincinnati was winning a lot. They won 4 in a row, winning the last 2 before the All-Star break against the Colorado Rockies, and then they won 2 against the Mets and obviously lost their last game to the New York Mets. But this Reds team is playing really good ball. They were in, again, another very competitive game yesterday against New York, losing 3-2. It was, I think it was Soto who scored. Luis Torrens, I believe, knocked him in late in that game, and ultimately, the New York Mets win the baseball game yesterday against the Cincinnati Reds. But this is a Reds team that is playing really good baseball right now, and I don't trust the Nationals at all to beat them, right? I look at Jake Irvin, who has been serviceable, but this is not a guy you can rely on, right? Jake's going to give up runs. Jake's going to give up 4, 5, 6 runs probably, and Brady Singer will do that too. But just compare lineups, guys. What lineup do you feel better about? The Reds and the Nats, 100% the Cincinnati Reds. So I'm going Reds first 5 money line today. It's at -130. I think it's more than playable. I get the game's in DC and the Nats are a much better home team. Well, the hell, they did not show that over the last weekend. It's an utter embarrassment what's going on in our nation's capital. It makes me sad, okay? So I'm going to talk about some trade candidates right now for the Nationals. If you don't want to hear this, just fast forward like 2.5 minutes and we'll get into our next bet. I just got to talk about it because it affects how we're going to approach Nationals best bets going forward. So I do believe it really, ties into the video. Okay, so guys, there are some prime trade candidates right now on the market from the Washington Nationals. And I'm going to tell you right now, these 5 players can change your team. 3 all-stars right now are being shot by the Washington Nationals, and there should be interest everywhere, man. Like, I'm just telling you, the returns, I think we should get some high-level prospects for these guys, man. We're going to get like prospects anywhere from like 15 to 25 in a single team's org, all right? But let me sell you on these guys, all right? Kyle Finnegan, man, an elite closer in baseball. He will have his nights. Once every 7 outings, he will look like one of the worst pitchers you've ever seen. And I will warn you right now, if your team trades for Kyle Finnegan, he's automatically putting a guy on base. But you know what? Kyle Finnegan pitches better when there's a guy on base. This is a clutch pitcher who was an all-star last season, 19 saves this year. This is exactly a pitcher you want. He throws 97, can kind of get to 98 sometimes. Absolutely love Kyle Finnegan, nasty splitter, and a great human being, all right? You want Kyle on your baseball team, and then he can re-sign next offseason with us, okay? That's one all-star. How about another all-star? 2019 all-star, Joshua Bell. All right, Josh Bell's a monster. And all jokes aside, guys, Josh Bell is playing great baseball right now. I firmly believe Josh Bell is going to fetch the Nationals a really good prospect at the deadline, okay? Josh Bell, if you just take away his stats from the left side of the plate, from the right side of the plate, Josh Bell's hitting the ball great. As a lefty this season, Josh Bell's batting .250. Over the last 30 days, guys, Josh Bell's batting .324. Over the last 15 days, Josh Bell's batting .343. He's got a .440 OBP in the last 15 days. He's on fire. All right, this is one of the hottest hitters in baseball right now, and he legitimately could be a huge power threat. He could hit in the middle of the lineup for a playoff team right now. I'm just saying, there are teams right now who will need Josh Bell. Seattle Mariners, hey, Harry Ford for Josh Bell? Come on now. That's not going to happen, but still, I'm telling you, Josh Bell can be great for your baseball team. Let's throw in all-star number 3, Mike Soroka. Come on now, Mike Soroka, 5.1 ERA. That doesn't matter. Mike Soroka, he's going to be an elite bullpen arm on a championship contender this season, okay? Take away the fact that he doesn't pitch all that well when he's a starter. If you need this guy for 1 or 2 innings, he is going to be shut down, okay? We have seen glimpses of Atlanta Braves prime Mike Soroka this season. He's only 27. You want this Canadian on your baseball team, okay? Blue Jays, let's get Mike back home, all right? This is a playoff pitcher, Mike Soroka, who can really benefit to a team's bullpen. And how about Ahmed Rosario? I mean, what can I say about Ahmed Rosario? This is one of the best hitters in baseball against left-handed pitching, okay? He's a specialist in hitting lefty bats. And I know what you might be thinking, oh, well, a lot of guys specialize in hitting lefties. No. They're not Ahmed Rosario. Ahmed Rosario only hits against lefties, okay? So say you're a team in the playoffs and you got to face the Detroit Tigers, all right? Say you're, the Boston Red Sox and you get the Tigers in the ALDS. Oh, no, Tarek Skubal's pitching. No need to fear. Ahmed Rosario is here. You want him on your baseball team. And Nathaniel Lowe, a World Series champion, a guy who knows what it takes to win. You want this guy on your baseball team. He's gone out there and he's won world championships before. He can be a great addition to a championship squad. I'm just saying, these guys, they're going to fly off the market quickly, man. They're going to fly off the market. You got to get them right now. Anyways, with all that being said, the team's going to be even worse when these guys leave. Reds, first 5 money line, -130. Next up, our nerfy of the day. Let's move to Tampa, Florida. Admittedly, I kind of had to dig for this nerfy because the nerfies that I wanted had horrible odds. Full transparency, the nerfy I wanted, I don't look at odds before I look through the games like, all right, what nerfies do I like the best, right? The one I liked was Brewers Mariners, but it was like -160. And I did consider Red Sox fills, but I was like, Wheeler's going to get 3 outs. Walker Buehler, Kyle Schwarber, and Bryce Harper are probably both hitting home runs in the first inning off Walker Buehler. So I'll stay away. Instead, we're going to go back to our old calling card. Let's go take Chicago White Sox nerfies. Okay, this gets scary. Now, if there's ever a guy, though, I want pitching for a Chicago White Sox nerfy, it is Sean Burke. Okay, I believe Sean Burke is better than Shane Smith. I think Burke should have been the All-Star, but it's okay. Smith is on the IL now, I believe. But anyways, all right. How did he get hurt after the All-Star game? What happened? He got hurt in the All-Star game? Anyways, you want Sean Burke on the mound, right? The opening day starter for the Sox this season. He's been good. Sean Burke's been pretty good. 4.36 ERA. That appearance against the Dodgers was really good when he came in relief on July 2nd. And Shane Baz is going for Tampa. All right, Shane Baz is good. You know, Shane Baz has been much better as the season has gone on. Strikeout numbers are up. I mean, ERA in the month of June is 3.26. ERA in the month of July so far, same exact thing, 3.26. I like this a lot, right? And I know, again, the White Sox aren't scoring. So my main fear here is, and I know Chicago screwed us over the other day, getting hits off a falter, I believe, and scoring off falter in the Pirates. It's okay, the Pirates suck. I don't think they're scoring off Shane Baz. I'm a little concerned because this is a spring training facility, obviously. It's the Yankees spring training facility in Tampa. I do get a little bit concerned with that, not going to lie. But I don't think the White Sox are scoring. Where I'd be more concerned is with Tampa scoring, obviously, because it is a small park. Balls do fly here. Yeah, it scares me a little bit. Sean Burke's our best option to go to, though. Again, if I could pick a Chicago White Sox starter and say, okay, we have a nerfy, who do we want? It's Sean Burke. It is. Burke's got the best put-away stuff. I don't know if he's got the best put-away stuff on this team. Probably does. Yeah, he's got better put-away stuff than Hauser, I believe. Yeah, he does. This is the guy with the best put-away stuff on the Chicago White Sox. I think Sean Burke's playable in this spot. And I look at Tampa's lineup. Okay, guys. If Chandler Simpson doesn't get on base, we're cashing. Okay? Because nobody's leaving the yard. I don't think so. I don't think, if Ha-Seong Kim's batting second, he's not leaving the yard. Yandy Diaz, I don't think he's leaving the yard in the first inning, and I don't think Kaminara is taking a steep. Kaminara is great, but don't get me wrong. I think as long as we get Chandler Simpson, we're fine. If Simpson gets on, you might as well chalk the bet. Okay? But again, ultimately, I don't think the White Sox are scoring. I think Baz is going to do his job. I think Baz is going to get some strikeouts, and I'm not really too concerned about the top of the White Sox order, even though, yes, they hurt us the other day. And I'm really not too concerned about the power coming out of Yandy Diaz or Caminero. Well, I am with Caminero, but I think, again, one spot, I'm okay with Sean Burke, okay? Why do I say that, too? It's because I don't think Ha-Seong Kim's getting on. I just don't think he's going to, because Kim's batting in the 2 spot right now, so we should be fine there. It all comes down to Chandler Simpson, who's a 300 hitter, right? Because if Simpson gets on, that's basically a double and pretty much a triple, because that's just how fast the guy is. He should be on Team USA. That's a whole other story. Like, Chandler Simpson, I think, should be on Team USA as the pinch runner. You need this guy. And he can also hit the ball fairly well, too. If you can keep Chandler Simpson off the base paths, you should be fine. I think Sean Burke's able to. So ultimately, right, I look at Chandler Simpson's OBP at 340. Okay, cool. 660 times out of 1,000, Chandler Simpson's not getting on base. I look at our odds for the nerfy. It's minus 115. I'm going to take minus 115 basically on 660 odds. Or 66% of the time we should be fine. Okay? I'm willing to play this. It favors us mathematically because I'm not too concerned about the power of Tampa right now. I'm just concerned about Chandler Simpson. Because if Simpson gets on, that's a double that soon becomes a triple. I think we should be fine. Going nerfy today in Tampa. Shane Baz, Sean Burke, go out there and get us 6 outs. Let's go on to our final best bet of the video, and here we go. I'm taking the Minnesota Twins to cover 1.5 here in Los Angeles. I know we do 2 money lines. I'm doing a run line and a money line today, okay? Same thing stands. If you really want to play Twins money line today, be my guest. Twins plus 1.5, I believe, is minus 110 last I checked. I don't have the exact odds up right now. But I'm recording this at 1 in the morning. You're seeing this, if you're watching this when it comes out at 5, you're seeing it 4 hours later. Right now, it's ballooned up to minus 120. That's fine. We'll still take it at minus 120. That's okay. I'm still willing to play Twins. Damn, money line's coming down too. It's plus 160 now for Minnesota. That's in the span of 3 hours. Crazy. People really bet that. That's fine. That's fine. I'm still okay with Minnesota minus 120. Because, guys, you can play the money line for the Twins too. I think there's a more than decent chance the Twins win this game. Look at the way the Dodgers are playing right now. They're horrible. And what's up with batting Mookie leadoff? Just saying. Game yesterday comes down to Mookie Betts. To Mookie's defense, he rips a ball like 105 miles an hour into center field. It just hangs up and is caught by Bryce Perkins. That should have been Shohei. Shohei usually bats lead off. And sure, you can make the case like, okay, well, you know, Shohei hit the 2-run home run in the second or third inning. That would have been a solo shot if Betts wasn't on first. I understand that. It is what it is. The Dodgers suck right now. They absolutely suck. They got swept by the Brewers. The Brewers actually beat them 6 games in a row. They 6-0'd them this year. Good for Milwaukee. They have the best record in baseball now, which is crazy, or second best record in baseball somehow, even though they don't have a single player with a higher than 800 OPS, but it's fine. Good for the Brewers. They will definitely lose in the playoffs, but it's exciting for now. Unless they go out and trade for guys. Like, imagine if they get Eugenio. Yeah, that could work, I think. Yeah. Anyways, they're playing King Vaughn at first, Andrew Vaughn. Anyways, I still think that the Dodgers are so overvalued with Shohei on the bump. I really think so. I know he's pitched 9 innings now and given up 1 run. That's gonna end eventually. I'm not telling you the Twins are going to be the team that's going to blow Shohei up here. I don't know. This is a team that if they get hot, everyone gets going. It's just how they are, you know? Like, I'm looking at you look at their lineup, okay, Carlos Correa, Royce Lewis at the bottom of the lineup, right? Trevor Larnach, who has some sneaky pop, right? There's guys, if they can just get things rolling, they're going to be fine in this game. I really think so, guys. The Dodgers aren't good right now. And also, Freddie Freeman's not playing. He's considered day-to-day. I doubt he plays the day after being hit by a pitch. So you take Freddie away from the lineup. Okay, well, now we're batting Mookie in the 1. We're batting Shohei. Then we're going Teoscar, Will Smith, Teoscar, Pages, and then, oh no, we're going Edman, Hyesung Kim, we're going Esteury Ruiz, and we're going, what, Conforto? Or we're going, yeah, probably Conforto, then Esteury Ruiz, or Miguel Rojas? It's not a good team. Yes, the top 4 guys are good. They are. Mookie, sometimes. You have 3 good hitters at the top of the lineup. You have 5 guys who aren't the best, and then you get Mookie Betts, who can be really good some nights and just be horrible others. I'm taking the Twins here. I am. I know David Festa's going, and Festa's been not good this season. I don't care. I actually don't. Because, guys, the Dodgers are going to have to keep going to their bullpen. And I get it. Their bullpen's given them really good innings this season. I completely understand that. This is such an overworked bullpen, though. I know not all of their guys and not all their top guys went yesterday. But yesterday, man, Vesia has to pitch. Trevino has to pitch. Klein, Yates, Bonda. They all got to pitch because Kershaw only goes 4 1/3. And sure, their defense made a lot of errors yesterday. But there is something obviously wrong with the Dodgers right now. And I don't think that fixes itself overnight. And oh, by the way, you take away one of the best contact hitters in baseball. That is Freddie Freeman. The team just gets worse now. I'm taking the Twins to pull off the upset. But hey, I'm personally playing +1.5. So I just need the Twins to cover. I don't care if they win. They can lose the game by 1 run and we still win this game. I know they just lost a series in Colorado. I'm going to pretend I didn't see that. Okay, they're coming off a win. That's all that matters. Twins +1.5. You can take the money line, but I believe +1.5 is the absolute best bet for this game. We're going to keep riding this Dodgers losing streak, and we're going to keep laughing all the way through because this team is losing in the playoffs this season. Folks, thank y'all for watching our MLB Best Bets here for July 21st. If you have not yet, though, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below for more. Make sure to leave a like if you did enjoy the video. Make sure to comment if you do disagree with any of the picks. Folks, thank y'all for watching, and Mamba forever.